How to stop fear. More about learning self-control. How we can be in control of our thoughts, emotions and actions and make our lives something worth living, something enjoyable, something like a blissful breeze. And yes, it is possible. And today about fear. Fear is the emotion that I think is probably the most common emotion in our lives, or feeling, this tightening of the chest, the hole in the stomach getting bigger, lack of breath, starting to feel constricted, like everything is sort of tightening, like sometimes we get hot and sometimes we just almost even panic, and it's all these feelings that we identify as fear. We just live in fear constantly, even when we're not aware of it. And a lot of times we're not really aware of it. We're just produce fear on autopilot, like all this fiction that we are running in our head is just so much fear producing. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's just limiting our lives so much and causing so much suffering and causing so much anxiety and causing so much trepidation of what might possibly happen, that something needs to be done about it. And it's a long-term process, since we come into this world and then slowly growing up, and as we are growing up, we are sort of brainwashed with all these things that we're supposed to do right, to have some sort of a life, supposed to do at certain times, supposed to do in a certain way. And connected with all this is all this fear, like what will happen if we don't? What will happen if we don't achieve all this that we're supposed to achieve? What will happen if we don't do the things right that we're supposed to do in a certain way at a certain time? What happens if we fail in all this? And there's so many things that we are brainwashed to thinking that we need to do, that we're supposed to do, just in order to have a life, as if we don't have a life already because we were born. And then, of course, all this fear attached to it. So many things that you can fail in that you're supposed to do. See what I mean? And me and you like this now, We're sitting here looking at each other. Taking a few deep breaths in and out and just relax and just drop everything. What was, what is, what we're supposed to do, what can happen, who we are. We just drop everything, just relax, just go inside ourselves a little bit, just sit like this, you and me, now, with ourselves, and enjoy this peace when there is just nothing to do, nothing to want, nothing to desire, nothing to achieve, and no fear either. Life, a moment to moment, in the present moment, whatever they call it, as we live it, a minute by minute, a second by second, a split second by split second. Unless there is somebody banging on our door trying to break in at that same moment, or holding a pointed gun, a loaded gun to our head at that same moment, everything else is imaginary. It's just a fiction we're running through our head. There is just nothing. No wants, no desires, no needs, and no fears. Nothing. So as you and me sit here, unless we start running some stupid fiction in our head of what can happen, what can possibly happen if we don't do this or that, or what can possibly happen tomorrow or day after, or in a year's time, or if this happen or that happen, if we don't run any of this silly fiction in our head, if we just sit with ourselves in here. Take a few deep breaths and just relax. And just enjoy this lack of everything. Lack of who we are, lack of what we need to do, lack of any want, lack of any desire, lack of any fear. There is no fear. There is no fear. Just awesome. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. It's no fear. It's nothing. It's just what is. You see? You can do it at any time, in any day, in any hour, in any minute, at any time. Clear your head of all this nonsense that your head is running, that your thoughts are running, that over all this fiction that produces so much fear, among other things, so much fear, that is just mostly useless, mostly useless. See how easy it is? See how we can enjoy life much more without fear? How it's easy to handle, how it's easy to control, how it's easy to manage, self-control. Let's just enjoy it, enjoy every day, enjoy at least a few minutes of this total peace and relaxation, and no desire, no wants, no fear, no nothing, just bliss. Join me on my channel to enjoy these things with me, experience it on a daily basis, and then you will be able to do it on your own more and more and more. And your life will become more and more life, joy, peace, bliss that is always reachable, always, any moment. Regarding of the outside circumstances, unless there's something really pressing, like physical violence or, I'm not going to go into that now, it's not really important. So, yes, join me on my channel to experience this daily dose of peace, clarity, that you can then experience more and more often yourself on your own on a daily basis, whenever you feel like. And you will want it more and more because it's just something really worth experiencing. And this is all for today. Thank you for experiencing this time with me, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Enjoy peace in yourself.